Good evening, everybody, and welcome to House and Garden Flipper episode 136. We're going to head straight over to our flip and see what sort of a mess we can create today. Little tip at the bottom says a large lawn or flower garden or flower meadow is just right for an English garden. So hopefully this will be okay. And I'm going to just check into here, head over into the browser, and head back straight over into here. All right. The young Mr. Dolan Trusk at the bottom says he wants a place for documents and books in his house, which is making him as hard as a tick to remove. All right. Now, let's just head inside. We've managed to get him down to 4th place on the screen, and we've managed to get our real estate agent up to onto 5th. I actually wasn't planning on selling to him. So we have over here, just a quick run through, one sauna and a bathroom, one home movie cinema, which I really don't want to have to get rid of. But if I can't dislodge the smoths out of the top there, we may be stuck with turning that into a bedroom or a family room. This is our living room kitchenette, which I put in when I saw that I wasn't going to win Giorgio Chanois over, so I decided insulting him with a kitchen was not going to hurt me. You know what? I think we need an extra cupboard in here, maybe 2. Let's have a quick looky-see, and nope. Okay, let's just toddle this way. We're going to make our laundry room a little bit bigger, especially if we're going to be remodeling for the smoths. What are we doing? Grabbing our cupboards, grabbing our wardrobes, grabbing our linen closet, and I'm just going to turn this around and pop it down there next to the table for sorting, and we'll do the same with that one. All right, now we have the Jan tarts making an appearance, and for some reason the real estate agent really likes closets. I'm going to have to remember that. Okay, we have one bathroom. This is actually going to be another bathroom, but it's not going to be. Maybe it's going to end up being 2 bathrooms and not just one. We'll work that one out in a minute, because I have a horrible feeling I'm going to have to divide this little room here into 2 bedrooms, just to keep the Smoths happy, and maybe even the Johnsons. So actually, I don't need that. I need to put my wall back in, the one I took out so carefully, because Giorgio Chanois likes big bedrooms, and I was going to give him this massive bedroom until he disappeared right off my radar. So now I'm sulking. Okay, so what we're doing is we're putting in this this wall, and that's going to tick the Jan tarts off no end, because they actually like fewer rooms. They prefer about 3. So we should see them go down a little bit. No, they're not vanishing. They're also hard to dislodge. All right, how much space have I got? Right. So I'm going to do a doorway here. 2 and 3 and 4. Just need to, that one there should shatter the ones on either side. I love this big hammer. I mean, makes my day. I don't need to hit all the walls. I just need to hit one in the right spot, and the rest will come crumbling down. Okay, now we have 2 rooms. The minute we put a second bedroom in, we're probably going to lose Dolan Trusk, because he prefers to have 1 bedroom. We'll also unfortunately lose Victoria. Is it Veronica? I always get her name wrong. The art girl. Where is she? Veronica. We will also lose Veronica, because she doesn't see the point in having more than 1 bedroom, because she's an antisocial little bean. So really what we're remodeling for now is a family. Alrighty. This room is going to be so horribly cramped, I may just lose my temper and take that wall out again. Alright, the first thing that's going is that radiator. It's driving me crackers. I'm nuts enough. Let's go for a large bed. Colour of the bed will determine the colour of the walls. We'll probably play with carpet again too, because I can. All right. Ooh, they've increased my colour range. I love it when they do that. Yeah, it's alright, we'll change the covers. Oh my god, we're not doing pink. We could make it one of those toffee brown kind of rooms. Go with a cherry. I'm just trying to do anything but white. I'd like a nice kind of, what's that? That might do. What I was looking for was a nice kind of this colour brown down here with the bedding, just so that it could, you know, contrast with the brown bedspread, which I'm going to have to experiment with now. See, that it looks nice if you maybe put some white. That would work. That would be better. But I don't want to do pink. I don't want to do red. Alright, I'm sooking because that's actually one of the better combinations I've seen this time round. So not wanting to do pink. You know what? We've had a pretty masculine looking house for the rest of the house. Let's just see if we can make the guys in the Smoth and the Johnson family happy. All right, what do we got in the double? Okay, they're still working on that. That's a bug that happened with the last update. They're pretty good. They'll get to it. All right, so which button do I not want to press on? Right, that one. Okay, so we've got the Hermes. I could go purple, but that would involve me using dusky pink to match it. Ooh. That is like... Oh, we're so doing that. That is like, it's new. Oh, we're not doing it with that colour. Is that Sapel? Yeah. Okay, Sapel or Cherry. I'm thinking we'll go with this Sapel. I could do the American Elm. Actually, that's not a bad combo either. The only problem I've got with these timbers is that there's not a lot in the cupboards that match them. I do like that though. Alright, let's do this. Let's see what we can do with this one. The bed is probably not big enough to make the Johnsons that happy. Let's just move it a little bit that way. We're going to need the tall. There you go. Nice bedroom. Why only one? 2 bedrooms. This is it. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I know why. No, I don't. Now I'm confused. Okay. So the reason the real estate agent is cheering about 2 bedrooms is because at least one of these couches is going to fit is going to also count as a bed. So it's, if you're ever looking at adding more bedrooms without adding more bedrooms, you can do that by a judicious choice of couch. Okay. So there you go. Even adding 1 bedroom at that point upsets your single bedroom people because they count your couch as a bedroom. So you've got to be really careful about which. Looking for Hermes if you're wondering what I'm doing. And we're looking for cabinet. No, not cabinet. Well, what am I talking about? Bedside table, because these are gorgeous. They're narrow and they fit pretty much anywhere. And they come in the timber colours that match the bed, which is kind of awesome when you think about it. Okay. Veronica Lipston actually likes this style of bed, although she does tend to prefer a single bed to anything else. Alright, so I guess we're going to go with blue on blue on blue, on maybe a bit more blue. Let's go with our floor panels and covering. We have Sempre Blue fitted carpet. Do I have something slightly darker? Or the navy? You know what, I think I'm going to just go with the Sempre Blue. Cool. I love it when a plan comes together. It's not always guaranteed this time of day for me either, so there you go. Alright. I really like that cover. That's gorgeous. Alrighty, let's put the paint on the wall and then see if we have to go with curtains or blinds. So we are after paint, which is in walls, which is... We don't want something that's too matchy and we don't want something too contrasty because we're fussy like that. So Sleepy Blue is kind of light. I'm actually thinking Royal Blue was the first colour I thought of when I saw that bedspread. So Let's have a shot. Let's see how we go with this. We're just going to put it up the back of the bed, because that way we'll get an idea of how well it matches the cover. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, the Hermes is one of the few beds where if you put it up against the wall when you start, you're just not going to be able to paint in behind it. You're going to have to pull it out to paint in. It's a pain in the neck, but that's just the way it is. Let's just back it up. You know, I think that blue's a little bit light. Does not go as well as I want it to. I need something that's sandier. I know that doesn't make any sense. It's kind of got to be darker and softer all at once. Pretty sure I don't have anything that's going to match it. Let's check out our alrighty. I know I've still got to move the bed. Hang on a minute. Let's just move that back a little bit. There, now we can get to the wall. Alright, back in with the paint. And I'm going to jump on the bed like any self-respecting workman. Boots and all. If you wash the cover, no one knows. Alright, what do we got? So, this part here. Okay, let's just check out how that matches in. I want something that blue. Or maybe that blue. Just something a little bit darker than... Right, so I really don't think the sleepy blue fits. That's annoying. Let's try something completely insane and bound to not work because we're going to try the cobalt. The problem with cobalt is we've got a small room and a dark paint, and that never ends well. Because this will close the whole room in. It'll make it look a lot tinier. So it's usually something I try to avoid. In this case, however, that, and if I'm trying to sell it to the Sloth family, they like their light colours. I may just have to bite the bullet and put up with a slightly mismatched blue. Alright, let's have a look at that. You know it works better, right? But it's still too dark. You know what? We're going to let it stand, and we're going to put up with all the whiny customers. I'm going to have a bit of a rebellion against customers that want to tell me what to do. I'll regret it later. I'll look at the price and I'll go, my God, they hated it. Why was that? It'll be because I painted everything the wrong color. And I know they don't like dark. See, this is the shade I'm looking for. But if I leave the paint at this shade, what's going to happen is I'll lose dollars on the count that the wall isn't covered properly. So you just got to run with your gut feeling and live with the consequences. I don't normally work in dark colours, so it's actually going to be pretty interesting to see who comes close to the top. So, for instance, Veronica Lipston there, she likes pastels, but if you look at her description, she also likes a few dark walls. So, from her point of view, this house isn't too bad because it has its nice light lounge room. But it also has these lovely the dark red in the home theatre, and the dark blue in this bedroom. So she's quite happy. Oh right. And to be honest, I actually prefer that dark wall with that lighter bed. So that's going to stand. Alrighty, let's just make sure that's sitting properly. Nice. Okay, now for test number 2. Let's just make sure the windows are done. Yep. Yeah, okay, we did a thorough clean through before. Let's look for a blind. I know, right? Eventually I'm going to find a Roman blind I can use. Oh God, let's not do that to the room. Eventually. Maybe one day. So looking forward to using a pattern on something. Too dark. Also possibly too dark, but I don't think we're going to have much of an option. Let's just pop this up and put it in place. I mean, it's a dark room, right? But you're not there for tap dancing, you're there for sleeping. So it's got to be kind of soothing. Maybe. Either that or it's ominous and you're in jail. One of the two. It's the wrong shade of blue. Don't you hate it when that happens? Let's have a look at our light Roman blinds. You know what? Alright. I need a... So can you see what I mean about powdery though? If you look at the look at this wall colour, it's kind of this softer blue, and then you look at this dark blue, and sure they're both dark colours, but this is a more a powdery kind of colour to this, which is a harder one. It's just so it's kind of the effect I'm looking for in the blinds, and the only one I've seen so far that comes close is this. So this is either going to be a massive, monstrous mistake, or it's going to look okay. I can never tell. Okay, I'm starting to think massive, monstrous mistake here. Let's back it up. You know what? It's not that massive a monstrous mistake. And it looks better than the dark blue we had in before, so it can stand unless I find something better. So there's this one as well. Alright, we're only going to take one blind out, and then we're going to compare them. So vivid, pretty sure everything else is going to clash like you would not believe, but this will give us some contrast. Yeah, okay. No. It gave us the contrast we needed, but unfortunately now we need to buy this and put it back. This is why I have to have such a big budget when I start, because I'm always like mixing and matching, and you never get it back for full price. So, we have a bedroom. We are going to put in lamps for standing. Need some standing lamps on the tables. Oh, they've added more colours, so now I have to check it out. Alright, so we have an acanthum lamp. That blue matches. I'm thinking the grey base probably, so that would work. Alright, let's see if we've got anything closer. This just does not have any colours that I want. These are new since the last update, which was in for the April Fool's update, so they've let us keep quite a few of those. Yeah, we're not doing that. That's too dark. That might work. We'd have to use a I'm thinking we might stick with maybe just a light grey if we go with the Leonard, so that would work. We have no, definitely not. Funny as that would be. Ooh, there is a grey spotted quilt for one of the beds. Oh, there's a grey striped quilt. Okay, stripes and spots. Let's not do that to anybody. What's that? There's a rug that matches that. I might have to remember that's there, but I don't like the leg. Yeah, no. Alright, so I think the best matches we've had for this, probably, let's just buy this one and stick it here. And then what we'll do is we'll buy the alternative and put it on the other one. Wasn't that? Where's that one? All right. Yeah, so as nice as that lampstand is, the shade is the wrong shade of blue. So what we're trying to do is get the eye to travel from the blind through the lamp down through to the carpet. So it just kind of draws the eye through the room. Alrighty. I need cupboards. Cupboards would be a really good idea. We can do this two ways. We're not trying to attract Jimmy Trader, so we could put a television in here if we wanted to. I have forgotten the colour door I'm using though. That one, okay. So it almost matches. Let's just grab the door while we remember. Doors are important. Okay, we're going to have that open to the wall so that we don't clean anybody up coming in or out. No expensive furniture in the hallway, says Dolan Trusk, completely missing the point because we're actually not in the hallway at the moment. Alright, let's grab some. I want 2 talls and a short and maybe a picture. So, sorry, 2 tall pieces of furniture and a short piece of furniture and maybe a picture. So we need a wardrobe. Hermes is good, it matches the rest. And I think if we're going colour wise, yeah. So if we want to match with the colours, we're in trouble. So they haven't extended the wardrobe colour range to match the bed colour range, so we're going to have a slight mismatch, which means it doesn't matter that much as to what we put where. So let's just put this wardrobe here. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do my 2 talls and a short. That's annoying. How much space have I got? Alright, fine. I'm going to put that there. Actually, if we're going to do it this way, we're going to want this thing up in the corner. And we're going to want the narrower lower thing. Let's just grab the withdrawals. Look at this stuff. This is nice. Just not something I can get away with. Maybe. I like it, but it really doesn't suit this room. Okay. And okay. Step away from the drawers. Let's not play with that. We're going to have a look at either the double chest of drawers Mal or the van. I think that will probably... oh, okay. And we have this whole wood thing happening again. I don't like it when the wood doesn't match. I could do 2 of those, a his and hers. The van is just as uncivilized as everything else. It's the wrong colour. So is that. Alright. And I think this one's too broad. Then again, it fits. Which means I'm going to put 2 bookcases down this side, or maybe 3. We'll go for the more expensive ones, so we're going to go for the limb. We need more bookcases. Alright, that's the closest I can get as a match. Let's just flip that this way. Oh no, I'm about to attract Dolan Trusk again. That's terrible. That guy's pain. Alright. Oh, and Jimmy... oh, sorry, Raphael Urco. So the thing is with Raphael Urco, that's the guy that's 4th from the bottom. The minute we put a television in here, I think he's going to shoot up to the top. Let's just try that as an experiment. I'm going to put a wall-mounted TV. Just watch what young Raphael does. The Sloth family don't approve. There are no toys in the bedroom, apparently. But anyway. Right, so he's zished up to third. That's not so bad. We could leave that there. It's tempting because the rest of the house actually kind of suits him. Let's leave that up there. I think the minute we put some more bathrooms in, he's going to go. But that's an interesting effect. All right, the other thing we don't have in here is plants. Got to have some plants, especially with Veronica being second from the top. So now I think with these we're going to find that the blue is actually going to be a match, and that will look better than putting herb pots up on the windowsills like I have been doing. So alright, let's grab this one. Just use the mouse wheel to turn it, or you can go shift and mouse it. Fine, I'm just going to use the mouse wheel. I did see it go green a minute ago. There we are. Okay. It's really drab. I'm thinking there were some lights that came out with one of the Christmas sets, and they don't technically have to be Christmas lights, really. You could just put a light garland in here, and if you made it blue like that, I'm thinking that will brighten it up. Let's just see how wrong I am, because I'm good at being wrong. All right, let's have a shot at this. Just bring the white pointer up to the area that you want to do. I might just put one in. I don't think we need too many more. This is either going to look horrible or it's going to be okay. Okay, maybe we'll put two in. Yeah, no. Alright, and we probably should turn them on. Yeah, I like that. And the other thing we need, seeing as I'm not going to put paintings, because there are no long, slender blue paintings, what we might do is go back to here, and there are these drapey light things we can hang, but I'm after something like that. Probably a combination. So little star long, little star short. Let's just go with stars. And what we're going to do is grab that. I don't know if this is going to work or if I'm going to go nuts and take them all down in a minute. Let's find out. Probably don't need that many. I think we just need a couple. And turn them on for the effect. I like that. It's kind of cheery. Alright, we are going to put one more over there. That's it. I think we're done. We have plants, we have paintings. Well, we have a painting. I'm going to call that room finished. Let's just take a couple of shots from around the place. And we're good. It's still a bit bare in a few spots, but I think that will do quite nicely. So basically, yeah, that's our bedroom. It was really drab until we put the lighting in, and actually, speaking of lighting, I've forgotten the actual light that we need for the middle of the room. Just a tad slow today. Let's go with our lamps and our ceiling. Just going to go for a very plain, bog standard either this or this. Thinking we're just going to go with this. Use a white base. Oh, hang on a minute. Yep, let's go with that. The thing with timber is that's something the Jantarts really like. So if you don't want to attract the older couple, you minimize your timber. A light switch, we're just going to use a standard. Okay. And I forgot the carpets. There's always something. Alright, let's go with rugs. Pretty sure there hasn't been too many new long narrow rugs added. So I may not find what I'm looking for. See, that's too dark. We may leave rugs at this point. Okay, Adam, no. Zorex doesn't have a light enough blue. That doesn't have the right pattern. It'd be really nice to have a rug, oops, that had the same kind of pattern as the bedspread. But that is a really new bedspread pattern, so they may not have put it into the rugs yet. They'll get to it. Just not today. Yeah, there's nothing in the harems. See, did I not put a door in here? We're going to add a door to our living room. That's just silly not to have one. Okay. There's two tabs here. There's recently viewed, which is everything you looked at. And there's recently purchased. So if you've bought something and you don't see it on the recently viewed tab, just switch over to your recently purchased and scroll down. It does have a limited lifetime, but makes your life a bit easier. Alrighty. Just shift and rotate with the mouse. We're going to have this open onto the cupboard rather than the stove, because at least if you get interrupted when you're working at the bench, it's not quite as bad as if you get interrupted working at the stove. Alright, that's that. I think we have a little bit of time, probably not enough time to get into this bedroom. This is going to be a small room. I can see that the Smoth family is still at the top, which is unfortunate. So I'm thinking I can make it bigger by moving this wall over 2 spaces and having it flush with the window, which means that this bathroom is going to be smaller, but I am going to split this bathroom into 2. So I'm actually going to probably put a wall across the middle here and put a door in that wall over there, which means we'll have a very tiny ensuite, and then we'll also have another very tiny something coming off here. So I'm not sure if I really want to move that wall yet or not. But that's kind of what we're looking at for tomorrow. And that, I think, is definitely where we'll leave it. So tomorrow we'll be doing bedroom and playing with bathrooms and ensuites. Actually, before we go, we will do this room. It's driving me crackers. We're going to give it a nice grey kind of tiley aspect. So just straight into wall tiles. This won't take us too long. So I can either go with the ceramic tile grey squares, which will just take the floor up the walls, or we're going to go with something a little bit more subtle, either that one, or possibly just to extend that black and white thing. Now if I had black tiles for the floor, so I'm thinking if I did this one's actually going to be a bit too much. So we'll just do this back wall to get a feel for it. Oh, I don't know. I might like it too. That could be a problem. Okay. So we could do the entire space in that, and as you can see the floor blends into the wall, and no, I've changed my mind, I don't like it. Alright, let's not do that to them. What happens if I try this one? So the white has the effect of kind of not closing the walls in on you, which is nice. And the squares in the middle tend to bring the squares up from the floor. So you've got that kind of effect. Still not sure I like it. Let's have a look at how this looks. Okay, this probably looks a bit harsh. Almost like someone's got the floor and put it up the wall. You know what? None of those tiles work. Okay, what are my options? Options are 3D, which probably not. I need a dark grey, so I don't want to go with that one, and I probably don't want to go with that one. You know, I'm thinking I should put checkerboard on the floor. Let's just have a look and see what it looks like on the wall. I'm actually thinking that this is backwards. So if you put, it's a really strong color, isn't it? Let's back it up. Right, so what I'm thinking is I should have this down here and this up here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So where are those wall tiles I said I wasn't going to use? Okay, let's grab our grey squares. I'm going to buy 2 packets because I think it's a two packet job. I know, right? Bathrooms, there's such a tiny space. Alright, what we're going to do is just tile these guys up here. And you get that kind of misty, smoky, foggy effect. It's not too bad, I guess. Okay. Let's just get this going. Okay. Beautiful. Oops, we'll just sell that remnant pile of tiles. Yeah, you really want the floor to contrast with the other walls. You don't want it to be the same. Let's grab our floor tiles. We'll just go down to that ceramic tiles checkerboard that we were looking at before. And we'll pop that down here. I'm not sure I like it even here. Let's just have a quicker look. Yeah, okay. That'll pass. That'll work. I really want to paint these walls before I put the door in because some of the customers care about that. So we might leave that till next session. But we will put a light switch in here. And a light to go with it. Possibly a light and then a light switch. Just going to go with straight ceiling lamps. And down to here. We might make it steel grey instead of white, just so that it matches in with the tiles a bit better. It's massive light for a tiny room. Well, if you're afraid of the dark, it doesn't matter anymore. So let's go with a light switch. I think I bought one of those not very long ago. Go under recently purchased, grab your light switch. I know, I could have found it if I'd looked in installations, but I'm being lazy. And you know what we forgot? We forgot the toilet roll holder. It's kind of nice to be able to put your toilet rolls on a holder. Okay. Alright, I'm thinking that's where we're going to leave that space as well. So, tonight's little effort, we have our blue bedroom and we have our grey and white bathroom. And tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get my 8,000 words done, we'll be having a look at this room here and turning it in, possibly with the Smoth family at the top. We're probably going to turn it into a child's room, but I'll turn it into an ordinary bedroom first, just to see what happens with the customers, to see if they shuffle. We'll also turn this into 2 bathrooms and make one of those an ensuite. And then I think that will leave the hallways and whatever tweaking we need to do to suit whichever customer's at the top. So there you go. Okay, nice to see you, Basil 4889. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. Thanks for hanging with me tonight, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Take care out there. If you like the episode, just hit like, and if you want to see more, please hit subscribe so I know. Thanks very much. I'll see you later.